We are so excited. So you guys have by now have seen where we visited the, what was it, the film museum, the movie film museum. And while we were there, we picked up 2 pieces of paper that tells you where to go. You're going to have to hold it up so they can see it. She's holding it down here on the floor. So we picked up 2 pieces of paper that gives us directions.
So these are the movies.
Yeah.
And these are the coordinates.
Yeah. And so we're going to go see them today. And we looked up some research on them and have some tidbit information for you, and we will be sharing that, and we are anxious to get started. So let's go see these 10 movie sites here in Alabama Hills, Lone Pine, California. Well, we are headed to the first destination, and we thought it might be the historical landmark that we've already been to, but evidently, according to the coordinates, if we're doing this right, it is not. So let's go see what we can find out. Okay, so we're supposed to walk up to these rocks and take a right, I believe, and stand behind, look behind the big rock to the right of them. So it's going to be down here in this valley, and this is where the Gunga Din tent city was. Gunga Din was filmed in 1938, and there was what was known as Tent City, where all of the cast and crew lived. So we're standing on rocks, and I guess it was down in this valley, but look way across over there, you guys. Can you see Phoenix? Like way out there? I don't think we're in the right place. We're going to look a little more. Okay, so we found it. That's the valley where all of the tents and everything were. It was supposedly hundreds and hundreds. And I hope y'all can hear me. We're getting blown away. But there were also over 100 horses that they had to set up makeshift corrals and stuff for. Okay, so we're turning around because we're now at the 1963 site of Showdown, and I'm going to show you where Audie Murphy galloped across and in that movie. And it says if you watch the movie and you look in the foreground of the movie that you can see modern road tracks. So how cool is that? But check this out. So this is where Audie Murphy galloped across in the movie Showdown. So Joan, I have some trivia for you.
Okay.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I read online that Alabama Hills was named by prospectors after the CSS Alabama because they were Confederate sympathy.
Ah.
So I don't know whether that's true or not, but that's what I read. Okay, Joan, it says to keep bearing right and go northwest. Somebody didn't put their seatbelts on, that would be me. And stop at the short wooden post.
There's 2 of them. Oh, right there.
Right there. Nope, that's the BLM post.
This right?
I don't know any other right.
Oh, you don't mean the other right?
No, I think this right. I don't remember the year of the Rawhide movie. Do you? I think I said
1963.
1963, yes. And so that little round boulder is the grave site of where they buried Edgar Rutgers, I think, in the movie Rawhide. This is the graveyard scene, the gravesite scene.
Ah.
And this little boulder, that little round boulder, marks the site. Okay, so these rocks right in front of us is where the Tantrapreneur, I think I'm saying it right, the scene in Gunga Din was filmed. And we're looking for a very specific rock, and so if I find it, if we find it, I'll take a picture of it. So this is the back side of the Gunga Din rocks, but on this side of it is where the Gay Caballero was filmed, part of it. And in it is the Cisco Kid, Cesar Romero. This was filmed in 1940. And in this particular scene, you can see some guns pointing at him through these slanted rocks over here. Too much fun. that same set of stones and cliffs was also the setting for number 6, 1957, The Tall T, starring George Randolph Scott. And we both loved him in Westerns, right?
Yep.
He was pretty dang awesome. We had him mixed up at first with Gary Cooper.
Handsome guys both.
Yeah, handsome guys both. But anyway, that little area right there, just those few rocks, was the scene for a lot of movies. Okay, so I couldn't film from outside because the wind is so strong. So we have to talk to you about what we just saw here in the truck. But in Gongadin, the movie, there is a bridge, a suspension bridge, and it looks like it's miles over this expanse. And Cary Grant and Gongadin cross it. Gongadin gets across okay, but Cary Grant, it starts falling apart on him, and he's not going to cross it. And then I think an elephant stomps or something, and he decides to go ahead and cross it. And it looks like it's miles up in the air, but it's because it's shot from down in a valley and up. And we found the rocks where the concrete still is from where the bridge was. And if they'd have fallen off that, they'd have fell, what, about 5-6 feet maybe?
Yep.
So anyway, the cool movie making things they do.
Yeah.
That was fun. And we almost missed it.
Yeah. You noticed the concrete.
Yeah. We were turning around. We're like, well, what? Because we were looking for a pointed rock that has since broken off. The pointed rock isn't there anymore. And so we were turning around and I'm like, wait, there's the concrete. And Joan slams on the brakes. All right, what you're looking at now is the scene for the 1962 How the West Was Won. Now, that's not the Wild Wild West that was remade kind of with, now I'm forgetting, James Garner, Jodie Foster, and
Mel Gibson.
See, she's got a great memory. Anyway, between the two of us, we do good. But How the West Was Won, and there's a scene where they're coming up this road in covered wagons and everything. And that scene where we just showed you where they shot from to do the suspension bridge in Gongadin, they also would send wagons over that to show them like crashing, going, ah! And so right here, you go one way and you get one scene, you go that way and you get another scene, and that's why the movie makers loved Alabama Hills. And so How the West Was Won, tell them about that.
MGM procured a star-studded cast plus 630 horses, 150 mules, 107 wagons, and 1,500 pairs of moccasins.
Can you believe that? All out here. So anyway, you're getting to see movie history today, everybody.
Yep.
All right, number 9, we're wrapping up here, guys. We only have one more after this. Number 9 is from the 1960 movie Hell Bent on Leather, starring Audie Murphy. And that same ravine, there is a scene where a wagon pitches over the ravine, but you have to walk down the ravine to kind of see where it is, and we're not walking down the ravine. But what was it based on?
A 1959 novel, Outlaw Marshal.
So me being an author, I want to find that book, 1959. I don't know if I'll ever find it or not, but what a treat that would be.
Yep.
So this is the scene for, in the movie Rawhide, they have a stage station, and they find out that there are some really bad people on the loose, and so they tell a woman and her baby she has to stay there while they go out and find them. But the stage station was right here in front of us, and we know that because you can see the dip in the rocks straight ahead, and it's in the photo of the movie scene. Okay, everybody, we hope you enjoyed that self-guided tour of the 10 movie locations in Alabama Hills, Lone Pine, California. We sure had a good time.
Great trip.
Yeah, and we felt like sleuths. If you enjoyed the video, please share it. And as always, be sure you subscribe to my channel and ring that bell for all notifications. And we'll see you down the road, everybody. Keep on keeping on. Well, it just so happens that as Joan and I are leaving Alabama Hills, there is a movie crew setting up. They're all gathering here and getting in line to go on location somewhere out here in Alabama Hills, everybody. How fitting is that to the end of our stay here. Best wishes and best production, everybody. Good luck. It says L-A-P-R-E-P, Prep, L.A. Prep. Can I ask what the movie's going to be?
It's just a commercial.
A commercial?
Yeah.
Hey, still, good luck, guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Good morning.